I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is July 7, Tuesday, 2026. Hope you had a good day today. So if it's not going up, it's going down, apparently. So we were wrong yesterday, and it's okay if you're wrong, but guess what? If I was wrong, guess what? Or even if you're wrong, guess what? If you understand the order flow and it's not going up and you're seeing the order flow that you need to see for it to go up, then we're going to go down. We understand that the liquidity is above here or below here, right? So sideways is sideways, but it's generally not really the case. You can see that we had the opening range gaps from yesterday not sealed, so we came for that. And I talked about yesterday, I would have wanted to see this push up. Number one. Number two, I said that it can come down in here and seal this and still buy, but look at this. Look at the price action. Look how fickle it is. Look how weak it is. There's no strong candles. You know what I'm saying? So it's rolled over, to get more liquidity and the previous week's low. So you're going to go for the previous week's low or you're going to go for the previous week's high, right? And in this case, they came for the low. So show you where you could have participated in and some very nice details algorithmically. If you do look at this, bear with me because I'm still working with all this stuff here as far as indicators goes, but that's an old week gap right there, right? You should go see that from here. It is Sunday, May 10th, and you can see that right there, beautifully stopping 50% of it. We had the first imbalance being laid there. I don't know why they skip. Why do they keep pushing it over like that? Anyways, you're going to see here that was telling the story here. And then, man, we smacked that freaking 25% level to the tick, dude. And if you saw that, I mean, that was also telling you that we're selling. But let's go into it. But before I do, just referencing this gap here. And then we have this Thursday's gap in the red here, right? So forget everything up top here. You don't worry about that. But we leaked here quickly. And I said it could buy from here, but I wanted to have seen it stayed in yesterday's candle. I would have rather seen it. And it was an inside day, by the way. So it was going to be an explosive move in either direction. But we don't want to see it come below the previous day's low anyway, just like if it's a 1 minute chart, right? We had already done that, right? So, we already took out the previous day's low there. So that was pretty much the writing on the wall. And then you're going to see some fire here in a second. Let me just go to this real quick. And then you'll see, let me just move this over and you'll see here. Let me zoom in. Look at to the tick, bro. Oh my God. If you were watching price live, this is a 1 minute chart. Wham! Smack that 25%. Now, when it's bearish, it won't go above that 25%. And it ran right to it. Now, you're gonna say, well, if it ran right to it and it was really bullish in momentum at the time, yeah, but look the way it closed. It came right back to the eighth and it closed. The bodies couldn't even get above the eighth anymore. That was your big sign right there. Yes, they had this easy liquidity. Can we have ran it? Yeah, but guess what? We ended up having, I didn't even move this over yet. We had a nice divergence, dude. Right there. So we had lower highs here already with Nas. We had higher highs there. Then we had another one there and then another one there. All that. This is 9:30. Pops up. Boom. Stops. Gets into that breakout. Gets into the imbalance right there. And you have higher highs here. All right. So there's your divergence. So right there, that's weak. That's number one. Where am I? Where was I? Here. So that's your sign on the wall. And I didn't draw it, but I could have drawn this imbalance. You can see it on a 5 minute really nicely there. See that 5 minute imbalance right there? Stops. But that 25 dead on its tracks. I mean, to the tick, right? And then guess what? Well, look at the order flow after that. Okay, what does it do? It breaks them down and makes a low. You're bullish. You're not seeing that. If this was an immediate buy, sell, buy, it should have pumped even better. close strong, retrace for a higher low, buy back up type of thing, right? No, we didn't get that. And also the signs on the wall were this. If you take a look, you can see this is a 2-minute. I don't know, something's wrong with my indicator on the 1 minute. It won't show all these high probability confluence stacks that are showing on the 2 minute. I don't know what's going on, man. I've had issues with them all day. And they're doubling, meaning my grid is like doubling and it's like spazzing out. It's like I think they know I know. They're like, yo, cut this motherfucker off. We'll see. But here, I'll just zoom right here. You can see it here. This low right here is what I'm talking about. Look to the right. When we shot down initially here with this 930 wick, we didn't take out that low to the left, which is that low on the 15-minute. You can see it right there, right? You see that 15-minute? It's inside that gap, by the way. But we didn't take out that low. So you mean to tell me you came all the way down and you stopped right there and you didn't take that guy out? Nah. And then you're going to say, well, what if it was a divergence? And then guess what? It wasn't, though. There wasn't one. Okay, because they had all took out the, well, I can't show you here. I got to go to a 1 minute here. Hold on. I mean, in general speaking, it's like you didn't take them out. You're full of shit, right? Where's the low? It's hard to do. It's this low over here, man. But it didn't take it out. Just swept these guys here barely. And then here there was a divergence on the 1 minute, but I don't use the 1 minute per se for divergences. It's not reliable in my opinion, unless you have time involved and some other things. But I don't really necessarily do it. But with this low, there is a higher low technically here, and with S&P, and it did push up, but it did push up. So if we wanted to count that, well, there you go. We'll say that's a divergence, and here you go. I'll just say Nas did it. All right, so it pushed it up first, then stop, and then that was pretty much what was in control there, right? Hoping this makes sense for you here, but. If I go to a 1 hour here, you're going to see, I'm going to make this video quick too. You're going to see that we had a divergence again here. Now, I should have led with this. This is a higher high here with with S&P right there. You had pretty much higher highs here as well. Where am I at? Over here? Yeah. So, sorry. So, this was total higher highs. Let's just say these were higher highs. And then this is a lower high. I'm going to just draw this one. It'll be easier to discuss it. So that is the big picture here. We're close to the sell side too. So that's some other tidbits there. And then you get this rate up here. And then now the confirmation of this bearish divergence here with NAS, you're on the higher time frame, you get a divergence right here. See that? Don't get lost with all this stuff. I know. Just what I'm showing you here. See that? That's a higher high here on the higher time frame. So that's the confirmation here, and then we just rolled over and sold off. All right, so let me go. So as you can see there you go. Lower highs there, and then that's your extra confluence confirmation, and then we push down. And then if you zoom in again, this one. Let me delete this because I was doing this while I'm gonna delete this too. This is I'm fucking deleting that, and I'm deleting that. This is okay, we're pushing down here. And then here was a beautiful buy back up when we had a divergence here. Lower lows here, and then we had pretty much higher lows there. Bought it right back, bought it up to here, and then sold off for this. So getting back to the daily profile is a pump dump. Okay, take a look. So pump first. Right, so in this scenario, it's like, okay, is this a dump pump or a pump dump? It's pretty much how I categorize the day. If it's a bearish day, I'm looking for the pump dump. If it's a bullish day, I'm looking for the dump pump, right? So, and just to keep it general gist, right? So the structure here is very suspect here. And this price action here, sitting here, it's like pretty rough. And you can allow it to show you its hand. And by breaking down with this 933 candle, you'll see that that's a directional shift or order flow, and then you're gonna say, well, you don't know which one it is. Well, again, what I was giving you here is very key. You should have never seen this 932 candle. You should have never seen it come like that, first of all. So 1 minute. And then obviously 933. We're using that as a first imbalance here. And then you can see that when we bear flag back up, there's no follow through to the tick stops. Body stop at the 930. And then you get this candle right here. This 946. Now, I'm not saying you need it to be able to top tick this or anything. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that you needed to sell here. But right here, 948. You have right before the macro starts, and it'll do that. On fickle days, it will start early, 47, 48, 49. Generally 50 is what you're looking for, but when you see that, this push up, 948 pushes up, smacks that first imbalance, and then here there's a bearish one. We're involved. Here's this last up candle with the body. You can see if I was to drag a line, we'd tag it. So nice order block there, but look at the wick closing that way, right there, dude. That immediately is saying that we're going down. And where are you going? Well, you're gonna go look for liquidity to the left. Well, where's that? Well, obviously, the clearest liquidity low would be right here, right? So on my ROG levels, you can see that we were sitting. Look at the 32 sitting there nested right where we sold off from, dude. All right, and then we first tagged up here first, right? We tagged up here. Look at this fire. I'm telling you, this is fire. No, a lot of people don't want to watch this, and they're giving up and all that. But hey, for the people ones hanging on, that's a 128th level, and that's the midnight level, and then that is the 25% level. Let me zoom in for you. If you watched it, you saw it smack it. It just smacked it perfectly. Perfectly. That's algorithmic, bro. There's no way buyers and sellers can do that. They don't even know about that 25% level. So here, you have it reaching past above the midnight level. That is also a signature of saying that the best sells are going to be above that level. All right. Number two, you hit that 128th and the 25% of the opening range gap current today perfectly. Closes back down, hits the 32 on this red level, not red level, this black level, with an 8th level. So if you notice, that's an 8th level right there too, and you can see that the body saw. I just showed you on the other chart. So you see this, so the 8th level right there. See that? So they're nested right there, right? And then, so again, back to the conversation: is it a bullish day or a bearish day? If it's a bearish day, this is a pump. Right? And it didn't keep going, and it could have, but when you're already this low here, it's like, okay, dude, well, like I said yesterday in yesterday's video, I was like, I don't want to, this bearish 4-hour candle closing like that, and then we came down, I was going to come on the community tab and say, look, man, we look bearish, but, I had to let Asia London do what it does, but if you look on the 15-minute, you should have never seen it come underneath like that. It's really nice and organized selling down. But again, it is possible that it could have bought here. But again, let's get back to the profile day. If it's a pump dump, it turns into a sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. So the whole leg is that sell. Look on the 15-minute. Sell, buy, sell. All right. Now, does this double bottom and turn up? It can. It took out this guy. It took out that guy and that guy. And then it left these two guys. They saved their life. Do I think we're bearish now? Kinda. I mean, I do feel like this is a topping 3 stage and coming down for a retrace back if it wants to follow through. But right now, guess what? This is still in control. So it's an ugly support, but it can still go up. That's why I don't have follow expectations. But as far as moving forward today, I don't have expectations either. But when they show me, okay, so there's a difference between I'm predicting, I'm reacting, this whole conversation, and then I'm following price. Well, I'm going to sell here because I'm reacting to price. It showed me their hand. If that wasn't the sell, then here I'm reacting to this imbalance just literally uh, falling off or losing its weight. And then look where it stops on the 16th. You can't make this up, people. Look at this. Did I say 16th? 64th. The 64th in the middle here. Look at the body stopping right there. Reached, stops. Oh, it's going. All right, and then you get in the structure here. We get another low here. I'm sorry, another imbalance here. It's a breakout. This imbalance is a high probability bearish imbalance to be used as a breakout imbalance. And then we're tapping that 128th level here. Okay, beautiful there, and follows through 1/8 level. Playing around, sells from it. Look at that. Trust me. Trust me. You can't make this shit up. They're trying to fucking mess up my indicator all day today, dude. I was like, what the fuck? And then shot down here. Popped up. Oh, 64th again. Oh, where is that imbalance located on? So you telling me you're not learning anything? You don't want to watch these videos? Okay. Oh, he's not showing the trade. You want me to show the fucking trades today? I'll pull them up. I'll pull the 2 trades up. All right. But what you need to get is this teaching. You do this on your own. I don't fucking need anyone's help to trade here. Okay. But here you see that this is laying on that 64th. It's a very high probability. And what do I have to the left? Look, I'm going to move this over. I'm going to move over that daily imbalance from back there. That bullish one. Right? Look where the 50% is. The 50% is right here. Isn't that bearish imbalance laying on? If I didn't even have this grid, and just so you know, if you have this grid, it ain't going to save you either. You got to know how to trade regular price action. That's what I'm teaching and talking. And that conversation is relevant here. It's laying on that 50%. I don't have it quadded. No. All that. I can't. I have too much shit on the chart. Point is that this is still happening. And obviously it's below that low, so no one wants to sell it. I'm just saying that it's still a low, it's still a sell, it's still a low, and it's still flowing. So it comes to this 32, back to this 128th. Here's an old week gap in the background. I'm not even going to talk about that. And then notice, you see, I can't put the weekly gaps on the 1 minute. They don't work. So I'm having issues with that. I've always had issues with that, and I'm not drawing them either. But if you look, you can see it clearly on the 15-minute that we're there, and it's being used as resistance. So if I fucking have to draw it, oh, another thing before I forget, dude, just fire. You're gonna see some shit that no one's gonna teach you ever in history. I promise you, no one's gonna teach you this. I'm just gonna put this here real quick, and as you can see, we're using that gap as a resistance. I'm gonna delete it now because I don't want it there. But if you notice, take a look at my grid here. Look at the grid. It is matching the opening range gap. Look at the fucking levels. Look at the levels. You can't make this shit up. Look at the 50% here. It's matching that 128. The next 1/8 level is the exact same level as the red 16th. Then the 128th is matching the 25%, the 75% level. Okay? And then the 1/8 is matching the 64th, and the sealment is matching the 128th. Let me go back down. The 1/8 is matching that 64th, and the fucking, do you see that? Do you see that? I promise you. I promise you this right here proves it's algorithmic. 1,000%. It ain't no other school of thought. It ain't. It's 1,000% algo. Look, I just showed you the 125 with the 128, and then the 1/8 here is with the 32, and the 930 is what? Is what? The 930 is with that 128, and we're talking about just, a point off. Dude, they all match. I got that in eighths, quads and eighths levels. That's fucking how many levels? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8 levels. Or whatever. 10 maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fucking levels. Look at my grid. Look at my grid. I have it divided into 64ths and 128ths. Do you know how do you know how refined that is? They're matching perfect. Look at the 1 minute right here. Look at the 1 minute. Here's undeniable proof. And they don't want to watch my videos? Wow. And you're going to be like, well, I don't know how to use this. Is this too much to deal with? Listen, it's in a way it's still new for me. So, but at the same time, I look past it and I look at the price action itself, like this sell, buy, sell. 1, 2, 3. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Right? I'm not really making it difficult. I'm just what I'm doing is I'm allowing the algorithmic levels expose itself. Right? Like I'm not forcing nothing. But dude, when I seen it smack that 25% level with that 120 to the tick, dude, and it fell off here, and I was like, I could still buy this 931. I still could buy. Okay, I'm like, okay, but that's not what you want to see when you're bullish. Then I see the divergence happening. I'm talking about live timing. All right, and then you get this 32 and 33, dude. That's not buying. It should be up here. Could it have went up here and then sold off? Yeah, but at the same time, not likely. And it would have to perform better. It would have to, if it showed this type of performance with a weak candle and blah, 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 and then an inversion happening and all this and that, then it's a different story, right? It's selling. So coming down here, dude, I'm telling you right now, bro, I should not be sharing this at all, period. And they keep fucking, you see how it moves? See the numbers? Look at the numbers. Can you see it moving? See, when I do this, they don't show it. You see it? You see it? You see it? It goes to 0.525. It'll jump from 1 point to 1.2 points. Like it changes. There's negative 1 points right there. See that? So the grid will actually move by that point because it's the offset from the fucking, what do you call it, man? The rollover, the continuous contracts. Okay? So anyways, tidbit. The point is that we sold from that first imbalance. We came back down. When we came back down here, you can see, I told you about the divergence, but look at this last candle. You get the drives. You're like, well, dude, which one is it? Well, look. So now that we've pushed down all the way, we're getting into London close. We go sideways, and generally speaking, since we took out a pool here, well, guess what their interest is now? They got to now wipe out sellers, right? So they're going to come back up, right? So in this, you call it a shift. I don't care what you want to call it, but this 128th coming in here almost hits this 64th here in the red on purpose as it misses it. On the regular grid, you'll see on the continuous contracts grid, you'll see it hit it much closer. Let me show it to you here. See how it's closer? Because this is the original grid. All right, this is a 1 minute as well. See how it's closer? See that shit? Anyways, man, that's just a little TMI. The point is that we come back in. I have it drawn, bro. I took the buy to here and I took the sell and got out. Look here. There's a bearish inversion right here. I know you can't even fucking see it. You know how I saw this? My naked eye didn't see it. You're gonna be like, dude, this guy's crazy. He's full of shit. I didn't draw it. My indicator that said buy told me. Look at this right here. Look at this. I swear to God, you can't make this up. And I was like, oh shit. I noticed it. The only reason why I got in a trade was because I noticed it from the indicator. Look at that little guy right there. See that guy right there? We close above it. Buy. You're going to say, well, dude, it closes here and it closes here. Yeah. And I trust me, I was surprised it didn't trigger off here either. But why do I not want to take this trade? Look to your left. We haven't even took out the liquidity yet. Like by a hair, you see there's another low here, which is Friday's at 2 p.m. low. If you draw to the right, see this is why this indicator didn't trigger here, because we didn't take out the liquidity. Here, we take out liquidity, but then we close above. So how did I enter? Well, I entered once it pushed up and it retraced back. It came and it tagged this. Well, let me go back to the fucking. You're gonna just show us the chart. No, I'll be here forever, dude. See how we tagged that guy? And then this is the last down candle. So this is the last order block. There it is. So technically, I'm just looking at this as in a sense a double bottom. And we came from this 32 to the 8th to the 32, and then we want to come back to the 8th and then up to the first and balance or 930. Or if we're bullish, we can push through. But then it's when it pushed up here like this. So you take a look at it. Look at it. The bullish imbalance there pushes up to the 8th, ting to the tick. Look, people. Look. Misses it. What's the high here? The high is 452. And what's this level here? 453. It's a fucking point away. Trust me. That's not random. And then it comes right to this 128th. Comes above, sits on the 8th. Look at it. Comes up, plays around, gets into the first imbalance. And I said, I'm already done. But I'm working on some shit and I'm sitting here. I was like, I tried to attempt selling this because I'm looking for another. This is a lower high. I don't expect it to come up any higher. Why you say that? Because this was easy buying. And we're bearish at this point. I have a sell, buy, sell day. I have a pump, dump. I'm looking at a bearish day. I'm not expecting this to be a bullish day at all. And we could roll through this even. Okay, so it pops up. We dig in. I take a loss initially with this guy, and then it comes in. Then I get an entry right here. For some reason, this stupid thing is not showing my levels, man. I'm going to go to a 2 minute because I'm going to have to. I don't know why it's not showing on the 1 minute as it was on every other time frame. But I have another chart that shows me on higher time frames. Look at this level right here. I get in right here. See this right here? Watch this. Look at the confluence. And I'm having a little troubles with this too. It's changing. It's the rollover gap that I have. It's the opening range gap from yesterday. Level, was it yesterday or the day before? Yeah, right there. See that? See this level right here? This is the settlement of Fridays. We used it on Monday because it was obviously the same as the holiday. So if you look to the right, and that's a 64th right there. So if I go back into this, it's just a high probability area. Look at this. So you have and I have a daily gap. Look to the left. Look to the left here. Right here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. This is Thursday's. It's really Friday's gap. With the old week gap. And you're like, dude, this is way too much. I know, trust me. But look. All right, so that's all going on there. I have a very high confluence of it selling from here if it's going to sell. Sure enough, right here, beautiful. Just started selling down. Boom. Came down to the 8th. Almost hits this 32 again, and then it popped back up. All right, why they do this? Because the guy who sold here, which is me, I got out right here. Why? Because they're not going to take out this guy initially. They're going to bring it and they're going to bounce it up and wipe out some sellers first. And if it might reverse even. It might even just completely go straight up. You don't know. I don't know, but all I know is I'm getting out of that bitch. But that's how I caught this sell, and that's how I caught this buy. All right. So, what else? Are you learning anything? You gotta be. I mean, so I'm fucking missing something, dude. I'm gonna make a short video long, dude. Come on. Unbelievable. All for free. I think I'm done here, but let me click over this. Grid level and the ROG and the opening range gap. So that's the 930. They're nested. It's telling me I only have it this way where I have wherever current price is, it's 5 lines above and 5 lines below where confluent stacks are. This one you'll see it's the wick grid with the grid. And if I go look at it here, you'll see this level here. This guy right here. The wick. From this June 9th. Yeah, June 9th. Let me go to a smaller time frame here on the right side so you can see it. Look. The grid and the wick. See it? See this level? So there's the grid, which is a 128th level. And look to your left on the daily chart. Look to your left. Look to your left. You see it? It's the top of that wick. And I don't know why it's not hovering, but sometimes it'll show it. I have the 25% almost of the bullish daily imbalance, the top 25%. It's like in the vicinity, but it's the way I have it done. And if you're thinking about doing this and how I'm doing things or whatever, using Claude or whatever, I have a 13-point variance. This is what I figured out. It's pretty much like whatever's 13 points in variance of each other, they'll light up like this. But anyways, I'm doing too much here. And then here shows the PDM and the ROG. So the PDM is the bullish daily imbalance, 50%. See it? See how we're in the vicinity of this in a way? And this is way too much overkill right now. But this is what I got going on here. And this is, so when I bought this here, let me go back to the 1 hour. When I bought this here, I was sitting at a level right here. I was already sitting at it. So for some reason, they're showing the 25% here, but they're not showing the 25% up here. Maybe because it's not more aligned. If you see me, there's some other stuff that I just remembered to talk about. Oh, I missed it. See it? See it? It's right here. See it? See it? Right there. See how it's all nested together. That's the, I didn't, let me fix it a little. Okay, whatever. All right, see that? Laying right with it. This is what this is highlighting. So when I let it, this is still the 1 minute, the 2 minute. So when I allowed this, well, I don't have to explain this selling here, right? This is all self-explanatory. But here, we had that last down candle. We tagged that inversion that you can barely see. And then right here. So right now, when it breaks, if I show you my trade, to buy here, it's right here. Soon as so we have this last down candle, we tag in it. We have that bearish inversion, we tag in it perfectly, and then we run away. When we run away, I want to see it get above this candle before I push buy. What does it do? Right here. Comes in, this 1139. 1141 pushes above it, right there. I've already pushed buy. As soon as it crossed over this fucking open. And then 1142, boom. Ooh, bounces. Bounces on that 25% level of that bullish daily imbalance. And without that, it's okay. It comes back in. So pushes up. 1142 dips in. Look where it tags. The open of that previous candle. That's exactly as far as you want it to go. It better fucking reject. And it does. And that's how I get into this buy right here. And take it up to where? Where you want to go? Where you want to go? Well, you're already, this is too shallow here if you're taking it for lower, to sweep liquidity. Where's the last breakout level? It's there and there. Period. There and there. Why is this guy more likely than just this guy? Well, it's not. But this guy here, this was the easy sell. It was, because it's clearly underneath it. Look at the way it's using the, I ain't going to get into that. But the 1/8 level would be my minimum target. Because now I'm going from level to level. I'm going from grid to grid level, big figure level, right? So that's just a tidbit here. I explained this. It's going sideways. You can tell it's fucking bullshit. You can tell it's going to roll right over. If it had shot up any higher, it would have been like done. Not even trying to sell it. And then that's that. Come on, man. Move over. Move through. I explained that. And then to add to the conversation of why we're if we're wrong and if we think it's bullish, how can you participate being bearish? Well, the order flow is done to one, and then we also have slowly price of dollar going up as well, helping that conversation. You had VIX doing. Hold on a second, man, making short videos long. That's annoying as hell. We push up with VIX first. That was our dump all the way down, right, initially. And then we started, once we came up here, we were on overbought. We slowly trickled back down. We came back down. That was obviously our buy for NASDAQ. And when we got down here, look where it's leveling at. It's at a 15.5. I mean, it's right underneath this guy too. And it's like, you're talking about, you're at a bottom, bro. So popped up at the end of the day. Beautiful sell and take it out. Look what they did. They topped and they came back in. That's why I didn't hold it all the way through. And I should maybe even be buying this, but I'm fucking straight fried and done for the day. For all the extra work I'm doing on the side. Okay, and then we made a new high with Dow, and then and came right back in. Look at this run. That shit look crazy. They're locking it, dude. This looks like a change is happening soon. We'll see, but and see, look at this. So you know my profiles aren't crazy. You're up here. Are you gonna fucking buy at the top here like that? No. So what are you gonna do? And you're gonna ask me, well, would you sell at the NASDAQ area where it was at 9:30? No, I don't want to sell it there. I don't. If you want to fucking come through and take out liquidity, I'll look for a buy there. Could I have sold it there? Yeah, I did. But I'm just saying, like I'm not interested in selling there at the bottom. This is at the top. What, you think I'm going to buy here? No. Would I sell here? You're going to say, oh, it's dangerous. Well, here is a straight sell by sell. Immediate. What's immediate sell by sell? It immediately sells. Sell. Look at it. Look. You're not making it. Can't make this up. All right, sweeping that current gap. Oh, yep. And then sealing the opening range gap. And then this is an immediate sell by sell is what I call this. There's no pump to it. It's just all bearish day dump. Right? Another fucking speaker. Dude, this is like Dow is the king of speakers. And so is forex. Huh. And then here once we made that new high, we pulled back in. Dude, I don't know, bro. This is very difficult to track. It's like, dude, what are we doing, man? How long is this gonna last? But based off what I told you, you can maneuver still, okay? And you can take the right trade. Even if you allow it to show its hand and you wait. You think you're missing the move, you're not. Just wait. You know there's always 2 to 3 moves a day. Always. And I'm guaranteed 1 to 2 moves a day. So I'm not saying you have to trade every day. I'm just saying, this is how I maneuver. And then this is back to S&P. So I don't know, bro. This is just kind of like not really doing much. I still think S&P is bullish. They don't have any bodies here, so they put in a body here. I think this fucking month. I don't know, bro. I am here we go. Here's S&P, clear little quick pump, then dump. And then it turns into a sell, buy, sell. That's the one leg. All right, and then the bigger leg is the sell, buy, sell. Low, lower, high, low, That's it. That's how I flow with this. That's how I turn around and buy. And this is how I turn around and sold it. But guess what? If you sell this, you don't know how long it's going to go. You cut it out. You get some drives, fine. Buying it, okay, bought it. Where am I taking this? Well, I'm going to take it to a lower high at least. If this thing shot through, fine. It'll go without me if I get stopped out, right? And then when I sell this, where am I selling this to? Well, I'm going to sell this back into this area right here. Why? Because when it fucking broke through, you see these 2 candles? This tells you it's buying. You know, bro. You've seen this a million times. All right? But breakout level, and they're going to come right back in here. If it wants to go through, great. If it doesn't, fucking oh well. That's a smart move. That's a smart trade management. Anyways, man, what else? What else? What else? What else? Dude, yeah, I don't know. This is not looking good, bro. Um, this is not looking good. We busted out through a direction, and this could be the fake direction. Listen, if it's bullish, you're gonna get a strong bullish candle coming. Strong Wednesday. All right, and if you do get a push up to Wednesday and it's weak, then Thursday will roll over back to selling. If Wednesday's strong and Thursday's strong, then okay, there you go. Then we'll lead back up. I'll be back to bullish. Right now, I am neutral bearish. Even though my look at my indicator, we have a very strong tendency of it buying in these first 20 days. That's why, like, it's like, are they pulling the rug here? You have the president coming yesterday saying that shit on live. You know, like, what, bro? We're gonna be pushing through the roof, dude. That's bogus. And then he immediately brings it back down. That's why I'm on the way, just actually still neutral, not even more neutral, bearish. I'm just actually really neutral again still, even with this candle, because of what he said yesterday. And maybe they're just playing around, and then they ends up pushing up, and now they got the buyers, and they got some new sellers. So then clean the board and push all the way back up. All I know is that we're still in a discount, and that we're using this as support. If we come any lower, I mean, dude, it's a wrap. That's bearish. This thing, I mean, it needed to keep going and push up strong. And if you do see that, if you see it push up more without it coming down again, I'm gonna say it's, that would be a good way to be bullish. But to me, if this was a 1 minute chart, dude, this is rolling over. I don't know. We're spending way too much time in this bullish imbalance as well. The weekly doesn't look so hot, but it is still bullish. I don't give a fuck what anyone says on the internet. It's still bullish. And when it's closing like this, and if this is a swing and it pushes up strong, this is support. It's just a long one. So I don't know what else to say. And then you had a nice wake up call from Nvidia pushing up right there. And then you got everyone else doesn't look so hot, but again, man, I don't know what else to say. Unfortunately, no one wants to watch my videos anymore. I don't know why. Either I don't show the trades, don't show accounts, don't show. I mean, they're too long. It's too technical. I'm making it too hard. If there was nothing on my chart, dude, nothing on my chart, I would have explained it the same way. Nothing on my chart. This is with nothing on my chart. This is a sell by sell. This is not buying. This is selling. If I had nothing on the chart, absolutely not one fucking thing on the chart, you want me to prove it? Let's do it. Oh my god. Hide all. Damn, my wife's already home. The shit I'm talking about. See right here? When you look at this, when you saw this here, the price is down here. What does it look like? Equal lows here. Pretty clear. See here? See this structure here? It's locked, pretty much. And then a wick, and it's weak. And it's starting to roll over. Look at the 1 minute here. See this? Order flow. Is that order flow? You said, well, this was maybe the dump and then a pump. Could have been a shakeout. Yeah, that could have been true. So guess what? When it bought here and it stopped, did it keep going? No. Did this stay and hold it? Yes. Guess what? Then you get this order flow. All this price action is not bullish. I don't need nothing on the fucking chart, and I could do this all day just like this. See that? And then where you identifying your target? What's the liquidity to the low? What's the minor and major sell side liquidity? Right there. Right? So, yeah. All right. You guys take care and God bless.